Dee from Brown Bear Herbs. Today I wanted to talk about flower and gem essences, what they are all about, and how to use them. I make many products that involve flower and gem essences, like Color Wheel, Trans is Beautiful, Trauma Recovery Support, and then I sell single essences like Amethyst and Easter Lily, and I have plans to bring out a lot more. I find them super helpful. They are made by for example, with flowers, you might get a bowl of rainwater and place it in the sun and then put some flowers on the top and let it sit in the sun for a few hours. And that's one way to do it. You can also do it a no-pick method where you're just like bringing the energy of the flowers into the water. It is energetic medicine. So you're not getting like the physical medicine of the plant. Like, for example, you could take calendula as a tea and you can take it like where it's just the flower steeped in hot water. You can eat calendula in like soups and stews in the winter. It's great for bringing sunshine into your life. Then you could do a tincture where you're like extracting the medicine into alcohol or glycerin, and you can also get a flower essence. So it's whatever you do is going to bring out different medicine of the plant, but it's still the same plant. So why do I love gem and flower essences? They are subtle. They work really well on emotional issues, and they can be very helpful if you have any psychological or neurological problems. And there's usually flower and gem essences for any psychological issue. Like you're having trouble talking to your therapist, you have repetitive thoughts, you are having trouble opening up to a loved one, you're trying to deal with trauma, all sorts of things really helpful. And the theory behind the Bach flower essences, or Bach's theory, was that if you treat your emotional and tendency that you have, like when you get sick, then the sickness, you recover from it way faster. So, for example, if you have a cold and you find that when you get colds, you get whiny or you get stoic or whatever it is, if you treat that emotional imbalance, then you're going to recover from the illness faster. So I had great success using flower essences when I had a head injury several years ago, and I found that it's really sped up my recovery. I also think that because of the blood-brain barrier, a lot of herbs don't really go into the brain. Even herbs that are like traditionally used for brain health, I found that they weren't super helpful for my concussion that I had back then. But I found like the energetic medicine of the flowers and gemstones were really effective. And you think about it, a flower is the crown of the plant. And just super, super magical. And a lot of people think they can't have very dramatic effects because it's just like energy and water. But I will say that I have had some experiences with flower medicines that has been quite profound. And I know many other people who have too. So you can try it and see for yourself. The way that I recommend using them, there's options, okay? If you're very busy or something, you can just take a dropper. The flower essences come in these little bottles, and you can just put like 5 drops right on your tongue. That's totally fine. If you, they are preserved in alcohol. If you're not an alcohol fan, if it bothers you, that's true for many people, then you or someone you know, or if you want to treat a kid, you can put it into like shampoo, any kind of liquid, same thing, you put in like 5 drops. And then they get like a subtle dose each time they use that product. And they're not gonna like cause harm for anybody if somebody else takes it or something like that, but you want to put it in the product that is going to be mostly for that person. And so then, my favorite way to do flower and gem essences is to get like a liter water bottle or a very large unicorn cup, and you just put the 5 drops or so onto the top of the water, and then this is called succussing. You just kind of tap the bottom until you get a kind of energetic release. And if you're not sure, you tune in and you're not quite sure about that, you can go for like 5 or so. And then you just sip it throughout the day. So yes, there is alcohol in it. However, it is a very small amount. It's like 5 drops is like less than like a banana has, and most of us feel comfortable eating bananas. However, it does smell like alcohol, so if you're sensitive to alcohol smell, then you can use the alternative options. And I would say another fun way to use flower and gem essences, because a lot of them are very happy vibes. I'm not really sure if I know any. Maybe some of the gem essence could have like a darker feel to them, like onyx or something like that, but I wouldn't have that in one of my products. But since they have a generally very happy vibe, it's really fun to add them into cooking. So you can make brownies and throw in some drops of color wheel or wild rose, or if you have a friend who has you're having like a support group meeting for trauma, you could like make some cookies and put in trauma recovery support. Not going to hurt anybody. They're gentle and uplifting typically. Anyway, so that's a new type of, if you haven't experienced them before, I would recommend trying them out and seeing what your experience is with flower and gem essences, and see if it's possibly a new way to bring more healing into your life. Have a great day. You can find my flower and gem essences at brownbearherbs.com. If you like this video, please like and subscribe and hit the bell for notifications.